Alright, hello and welcome. This is Mistydolphin back with more data everything, so let's get back into it.
I have taken notice of your exploits.
This only happens if you've chosen the ... option 10 times.
Lately, you have been choosing to remain still, to breathe, to take in the world around you. This pleases me.
You fall silent, choosing not to waste your breath, and Aaron too falls silent. You could almost swear you can see the conflict within Erin. She evaluates you in the silence, each of you unyielding. Could this be it? The culmination of whatever has been building between the two of you?
Hello, dear owner. It's nice to see you again. I thought you might. People do seem to enjoy titles, however informal. Anyhow, I'm glad you dropped by. I've just been here relaxing on Abel's broad back. I've convinced him to accept my presence.
Convinced me? Oh, Keith, you're more than welcome. I'm lucky to have someone as wise and knowledgeable about the home history round.
You're too kind, Abel. He's wonderful, isn't he? I confess, it's been marvelous just to be out from under that rug. Now that I'm here, I'd love for us to get to know one another. For my part, I am, as they say, an open book. Is there anything I can tell you about myself? I have asked myself the same question time and time again. Those were dark times, and I had plenty of opportunities to wonder at it. However, I've come to the conclusion that some questions may never be answered. I suppose that's possible, but I doubt it. It would appear I was placed there intentionally. I myself have no recollection of the initial incident. You're probably right. But no matter. I am here now. Anything else you'd like to know about me? How old do you think I am? Do my gray hairs reveal so much? Careful, or you'll make me blush beneath this beard. Anything else you'd like to know? Why, yes. Hopefully I'll get to know a lot about you in the future. But for starters, how about a few basics, eh? Like, do you prefer blondes, brunettes, or something else? Oh.
Keith blushes, something off to the side.
Well then. All right, how about another question? Do you believe in destiny? I see. So, we were destined to meet. What else do I want to know? Ah, do you think of yourself as traditional or open-minded? That is how you stay young, you know. How about just one more question for now? Forgive me for the boldness, but where do you keep your cash? Ha ha! Brilliant! Now, as you know, I am a master of opening things up. But I am equally a master of locking things shut. And you've just passed a test of mine to ensure you're keeping your secrets safe. Well done. And for the record, you ought to keep it in the safe, just in case. Better in the safe than sorry. Now, I must say that with age comes a need to manage energy more efficiently. And I am feeling a bit tired. I'll need to rest. Anyhow, I hope you'll come and see me soon. There is much that I can tell you. Things that will prove quite valuable to you, I think.
The game console turns on. Team Sash Moon. Here you are. She looks at you just...
You're here! Oh. Which way do you want to go? Lincolnberries. Oh my dunes. We've got a timeline crisis here. Makes sense. Maybe a million times. Oh, so not too bad. Well, timeline crisis always are. Come here. Let's find a place to hide from these scraps while you tell me what to do.
Luna grabs at you, and you both wiggle through an open fence near some scattered power grid structures.
Just tell me where to go. Oh, there's a christening box with Xeno goggles. Prules, you're good at this. Okay, then what? Why? That will drastically reduce my combat capabilities. Ah, understood. So? True. This specificity is making me trust you. This advice sounds like something I would come up with myself.
Luna puts on the Xeno goggles and enters the compound cautiously.
I can see so many more wavelengths now. And you're right. There is an assassin class about 7 Besos away. We can get the drop on him. On it.
Luna stalks her prey. With the Xeno goggles and her own combat prowess, she's like a mooncat on the path of a moon mouse. With the coast clear, the two of you stealthily walk the corridors until you reach an office right before what seems to be the terminus of the compound.
Is this the furthest we've ever gotten? Excellent. Right now, we've got a chance to get ready before the battle against Celine. There's a workshop table here and we can get crafting, or go straight to the final battle. What recipe should we make? Got it. And then? 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 Got it. And then?
One time I messed up the count and she ended up making a head instead.
Alright, let me just put them together and... We did it! A harmonic stratospire! Don't forget the scrap skins! Here we go.
As you step into the terminus of the compound, you can already feel a difference in the air. It's crackling with potential energy.
I knew you'd be coming here. All the regolith you would ever want, and all of the Celine you could ever need. For what reason? All I'm here for is the sweet profit, Banya. Ever seen one of these?
Luna holds aloft the stratospire.
How did you get one of those? You messed with temporal energy and trapped me in here with you forever. Playing out the one pathway where I always reset. thinking that I would never be able to get the one thing to stop it because you kept it from me secretly. But you didn't count on one thing.
What?
The NPC? Oh, I never thought he was anything special. My plan, all ruined. Just kidding, of course. There's no way you have the innate strength to use that thing. No, but I do. Ah!
From out of the crack in the cave wall, Celestia in her scaled glory crawls out, slow.
You have done it, Connie. You have brought the balance.
Celestia and Luna. The devs are not so secretly bronies.
And you have built my device. Connie? Who the hell? The pieces are all here. Human, enemy, hero, goddess, player, and played. All shards of the same soul. Connie's. Wait. I remember.
Luna's eyes drift upward as the harmonic stratospire floats towards Celestia, and bolts of pure temporal energy begin to streak outward.
I am. All shards of the same soul.
Luna's eyes become clear, full of fire. She raises her hands up in a gesture of glory.
I am Connie Soul. I am video games. Game on.
Celine is taken aback and stands up, ready to fight.
No. You were never supposed to know your power. There's no power. It's all mirrors upon mirrors, Celine. All leading back to you. To us. Stop it! Celestia, Celine, Luna, all. It's time to reintegrate!
The stratospire's sizzling energy explodes into an array of rainbow beams, covering the mine entrance with kaleidoscopic colors.
That's it! That's right! Your quest is almost complete. I refuse! She resists. You're still a part of this. Show your support! Complete the ceremony.
The stratospire's shuddering reaches a breaking point, and with one final gasp, explodes into a dizzying array of sounds, colors, and shapes, as the characters, sets, sounds, and UI all melt into Connie Soul, who stands before you.
Congratulations! You win! You saw every part of me, human. The good and the bad. I am Luna, Celine, Celestia too, even the Upholders. Do you love me? Even with those bad parts? You're right. Thank you. Hopefully you'll be my player forever. I won't forget you.
Now we are officially done with her.
Maestro. Are you here to listen to me perform? Unfortunately, I have nothing to perform today. Nothing is quite ready in my repertoire. On to more pressing matters, though. I was hoping we could discuss my rider. I'm sure it's not your fault, seeing as how we've never worked together, but there are certain things I require if I'm expected to give a great performance. For starters, I was hoping for a little help with Huvier. Oh, was that his name?
She waves her hand dismissively.
You'll have to excuse me. I tend to cluster around the French composers lately. Still have a touch of the accent, I'm afraid. Well, that's just perfect then, isn't it? You can be my translator. Please tell Huvier that he needs to do something about the dust. It's awful for my pedals. Any more of it and they'll begin to stick. I really did try to explain this to him, but the language barrier was just insurmountable. I'll need a bit of help with Hector too, I'm afraid. Could you please talk to him about the temperature? I need it at a firm 20 degrees, or it's going to wreak havoc on my tuning. Yes, the only true way to measure hotness, coldness, or lack thereof. I couldn't imagine any other way. Honestly, I like to be lit a certain way. Everyone around here does seem to be a little... Oh, there's no better way to say it. Unrefined. Speaking of, do we have a lighting designer on staff? That's all right. I was somewhat prepared for this. My friend Celeste was on a loan to a community theater once, and she told me all about their adorable little budgets. Now, if it's all right with you, I'd like to get back to rehearsal. Please do let me know what everyone says. I'm eager to jump into our work once the issues are addressed. Adieu!
Yo, what's up? Man, the nerve on that instrument. She thinks she's so fancy that she wants me to pay special attention to cleaning her feet. That's not a vacuum's job. It's her own damn fault no one wants to play her anymore. If she were nicer, there wouldn't be any dust. Sorry, I just get worked up when people have attitude. Tell her I ain't interested.
Hello, beloved. I'm feeling generous. What sort of dream are you wanting tonight? Coming up, sleep with one eye open tonight.
It is a terrifying nightmare. Terrifyingly lovely. Lux is primping for some imaginary audience when you find them, striking pose after pose. When they see you, they roll their eyes, pausing to address you.
What, you're on a quest or some shit? Oh, yeah, she wants better lighting. Need I point out the total disregard for what I might be doing? Ugh, the utter self-absorption of that request. I mean, if Keys wasn't such a total diva, she might have checked my latest posts. Then she would know that I am super busy with this update on my second snack of the afternoon. But fine, whatever. I guess I'm just that essential. Bye.
You look like you have something on your mind, my beauty. Ha! Of course you did. 20 degrees, could you imagine? What? The nerve. Perhaps. I have a converter around here somewhere, but still, she needs to treat us lowly objects a little less like a baroness. Now then, what was I going to say before this interruption? My love, you've returned. There is, you know, the most amazing rush of air in my chest each time I behold you now. Realize You've come to realize me? You can do that?
Okay, Hector. Let's breathe life into you.
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and what was once merely an HVAC system becomes...
Oh my. Look at me. Do you have any idea how remarkable... I have curves! My muscles, they're so warm. I had no idea that flesh could feel so different from metal. My love, I cannot tell you the pleasure.
Fascination with his newfound body turns out to be an interest that you share. And as much as the interest itself, the two of you find a shared passion for taking your time in the exploration. It is without self-consciousness at all that Hector spends a solid hour tracing the curves and hollows of your back. His hands feel so alive, so sensitive. You can feel them learning you as he touches you. To him, you are both the inspiration and the medium.
If I were blindfolded, my love, I could recreate you. I could trace your body from memory. I would even remember the colors of you.
It is a night of simple worship and profound visibility for you both. In the morning, with a tight hug, you bid him farewell. The world has a beautiful new artist of life, and there is celebrating to be done. Hector, vividly recalling his own experiences with shame and the fear of being seen, found that he had not been alone in that out in the wider world. An entire digital world had arisen, that hiding one's true self behind an avatar was commonplace, and sometimes necessary. Late one night, Hector's artistic sensitivity and curiosity led him down a dark cobblestone street, into a mask-making workshop. He studied the ancient art, where he learned how masks can be powerful things, for hiding and for expression. His creations quickly became the talk of the town, and his work soon became sought after from much further afield. His sensitivity as an artist set his work in a category of its own. His creations were not simply functional, they were loving, and they brought the fun of the masquerade back into vogue.
Hide and be seen.
Valdivinites! It's me, David Most, and today, just call me your Chief Endearing Officer. I realized that with all of the focus on finding my missing glasses, which are still missing, I haven't been putting enough focus on you, our beloved employees. Well, today, that changes. To show each and every one of you just how integral you are to our annual net earnings, I've decided to send you all 1.4 ounces of chocolate-inspired Munchables. Yummers! Your chocolate will be delivered shortly by Valdivian drone to your place of residence. Oh, and if the drone starts to surveil your residence like it's searching for something, like, oh, let's say glasses, for instance, do not be alarmed. That's totally normal drone activity that all chocolate delivery drones definitely do. Say that 3 times fast. But in all seriousness, don't, as that would waste valuable company time.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd be back soon. Any progress on my rider? They've done everything I've asked? It doesn't seem like it. You know, this is just like the time I got the lead part in La Vedova, and all the woodwinds pretended they were congested just to take away from my moment. Professional jealousy. That's what this is. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I won't be here for much longer. How far along are you with your composition? The sooner you're done, the sooner I can get back to my department. What agreement did you have with the music department when they let you collect me? A friend. You and I both know you have very few of those. My understanding was that they loaned me out to an emerging composer in the theater department, you, to be returned at the completion of your project. No one needed to say anything. Why else would the music department loan out their star performer? Besides, you're obviously an immensely talented artist. I mean, this space alone is perfect. Oh, absolutely. I've never seen a set fully capture the bleak existence of a lonely American working from home. It's a phenomenal set. I'm sure it's serving up all kinds of inspiration. Or did you build it to actually be a part of your performance? Immersive theater is having such a resurgence. I always said it would. Now, are you thinking the audience will wander from room to room as we play? Or will you have them do that prior to the performance? You really haven't shared much about the production with me. Nonsense. Of course you are. That makes no sense. Why would the music department lend me to you then? What is that? German? What's a handmade down?
She gasps, placing a hand to her chest.
Oh, wait, don't tell me. It's an award, isn't it? Some sort of lifetime achievement? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to be a Hanem Down recipient. Hanem Down. You know, it's the strangest thing, but it sounds like you're saying, hand me down. But that's not German at all. I'm so confused.
Keys stares at you, unblinking and silent. You can almost see the gears turning inside her head.
What flavor? I had a freshman who used to stick cherry-flavored gum to my underside every time he came into practice. Oh, not at all. Once I got past the indignity, I found I was rather partial to the flavor. Deeply cherry. My flavor speaks to the muses above. That's unhygienic. Wherein I am the chewing gum? Am I at least still on campus? The movers threw a blanket over me, and the next thing I knew, I was in this room. At least tell me this is the theater department. All right. So when does a hand-me-down technically get handed back up? And you're sure you're not a composer? All right. You don't have to be a composer. Perhaps you're a wealthy connoisseur of the arts? So, what you're telling me is that not only did I get handed down without my knowledge, I also have no job, no musical prospects, no financial prospects. You're not a composer, and this is my home now.
Keys gives you a pleasant smile.
Fantastic. Would you please excuse me? I'm going to go scream in the highest octave I can manage.
You find Keith lying peacefully on the table, a subtle smile playing on his face. He looks up happily as you approach and waves you over.
Hello, my friend. What a pleasure it is to see your face again. You know, after so long down there in that accursed crawl space, I have come to truly appreciate the little things, such as the feeling of sunshine as I lie here, or the calm murmur of the other things in the house as they go about their business.
Keith's head slumps forward, his eyes fluttering shut. He snores quietly, both hands clutched around the key-like cane that steadies him. Keith wakes with a start.
What? Oh. Hello. Sorry, I just dozed off. It's just so nice here on the table. Ah, the joy of being free. If I just open myself up to such simple happiness, it seems to flood in. Ah, if only I had known such wisdom in my younger life. It might have saved me from much suffering. Perhaps wisdom may just be the result of having made too many mistakes. You see, one does not reach my advanced age without having messed up once or twice along the way. Although I pride myself on opening things, there are some doors that are meant to remain closed. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps. But, well, I don't think that was ever destined to work out. Never mind all that. That is in the past. And we must be here, in the present, if we are to find happiness, eh? In any case, what I'm trying to get at is that what's most important in life is like companionship. I must say, I'm glad we've met. You know, you seem like a lovely sort, and in fact, there's something I'd like to give you. But before I do, I need to make sure you're on the right track developing your character. So, let me take a closer look at you.
He narrows his eyes, evaluating you with a sharp up-and-down gaze. You can feel yourself sweat just a little under his intense scrutiny.
I see you're making progress. Here's something that all good humans will enjoy.
He holds his hand out to you, depositing something small in your palm. It smells sweet.
It's a little candy. My favorite. Take this poise candy. It'll show them that you mean business. This can be used in certain situations where you've burned your bridges and wish to make amends.
You take in the scent of the poise candy. Something about it makes you feel steadier somehow, like you could stand up to anyone.
Consume it wisely. Eat it if you'd like to put your foot down and make someone reconsider. And please do refrain from taking advantage, eh? A sweet tooth is a powerful tool. Here is a smarts candy. It'll turn you into a real intellectual dazzler.
You take in the scent of the smarts candy. Even a small whiff of it makes you feel smarter already.
Use it wisely, eh? To wow anyone with your brain power.
A colourfully dressed board gamer beams at you, but even though his expression is ostensibly friendly, something about his energy is a little off. His smile is a little too wide, his stare a little too intense. You feel rather like a mouse that's just been spotted by a bored house cat.
Why a gee-gosh golly and a hi-de-ho! I'm Parker, the board games, and away we begun! Hi there! I do love meeting new people to play with. And I do need new people to play with these days. I'm awful lonely up here in the big ol' attic. But you seem like a nice sort of fella already. Maybe you could be my next relationship. Would you like that? Oh boy! Well, if only it were up to me. You see, my whole deal with relationships has to do with rules. I love rules. If you want any sort of relationship with me, good or bad, we have to go through the rules. Want to hear them as they pertain to me, as they pertain to my whole deal and how this is going to turn out? Glorious! In order to achieve a relationship with me, you must play these board games 3. If you beat me or unseat me, more chances for love will greet thee. At the end, will be our dating apparatus. Ultimately, yes, but your actions during each game can change the weight of the die. The more you win, the more chances to love me. I'm falling in love with you. Just kidding. Only the final roll will tell me how I feel about you. Meet me here next time for our first game, Sandyland! Wowee!
Well, if it isn't my dear friend, how go your various quests? Well, that's great to hear. And I hope you've been putting that lovely personality to your advantage. I am, of course, talking about your specs points. It's critically important that you master these if you want to be successful around the house. You've got to up your numbers by talking to as many objects as you can. I can feel that deeply. Of course, I always do. You do not think I'd sing the praises of an art I hadn't mastered myself, do you? In all my decades, I've mastered a lot of things. The arts of charm, of wit, of confidence, etc. Now, I want to share what I know with you. I just want you to understand how valuable and useful your specs attributes can be. They'll open up all sorts of exciting possibilities around the house, and you never know when one of them will prove to be invaluable. Oh, I don't know. These days it feels a bit rusty, if I'm honest. Now then, before I let you go, how's your progress been? Let me take a closer look at you.
He narrows his eyes, evaluating
this.
You take in the center.
It'll help you convince someone that, in the end, you really...
Why, hello there, Maestro. That's because I've chosen to make the best out of a terrible situation. Since you're not the famed composer you led me to believe you were. I've decided that I will be writing my own music instead. There's no reason for me to waste away in obscurity just because I was forcibly retired. I'm equipped, I have the training, and I have the discipline. Why shouldn't it be me? I've decided to channel my rage into a program piece. I'm calling it Keys Piano Sonata No. 1 in D minor, Capriccio Infernal. merely following classical naming conventions. It follows the goddess Piana, the most favored daughter of the sky god, as she's unfairly cast from the heavens down into the mortal realm. I just started working on the first movement. That's where we'll meet the characters, establish musical themes, etc. Right now, Piana has just woken up in a forest to find her wings bloody and broken. She stumbles to the nearest village, but none of the people there will assist her, despite the fact that she did ask very nicely and is very pretty. It would appear that they are jealous of her status as a deity. This would be program music. The themes and developments happen through the use of leitmotifs and tell a preconceived story. In contrast to absolute music, which is more abstract. So now, Piana's trapped in the mortal realm, far away from everyone she holds dear. This all happens in the first part of the sonata, the exposition. I think I'd like to build on the sinister theme in the second movement. Right now, it's all lacking a bit of bite. Leave me. I have composing to do, and I need my space.
Hello and welcome to Sandyland. A magical beach-themed board game awaits us as we venture through the traffic to the parking lot to the Sandy Kingdom where beachgoers frolic among ice cream and sunscreen. Would you like to hear the rules? Onward to the sunny shores. The pieces are all set up. I'll be the banker and the rule tender. We are both at home. Shall we race each other to the beach? It's your turn. What will you do?
You weren't really anticipating stripping down when you first spoke to Parker, but what better way to make things interesting? You make short work of your clothes, getting down to just your underwear and leaving your clothing in a messy little pile on the floor. Parker stares at you just a little too long. It seems he wasn't prepared for things to be quite this interesting. His pale cheeks flush as his eyes roam over your body.
All right, as you wish.
It takes him a moment to compose himself, but he eventually manages to tear his gaze away from you, stripping down to a swimsuit. He seems somewhat unsettled, if his reddening cheeks and nervous demeanor are any indication.
Here is my beach-going form, ready for a typical day at the beach. Phew! It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 4. You're on the 4th space, getting stuff out of the car. Good thing you brought the sunscreen. My turn. Oh boy, I'm gonna spin, huh? Even though I spun a 2, huh? Not too good. Not too good.
Parker raises his hands slowly to his chest, covering himself up with an awkward sort of modesty.
You're not looking at my nipples, are you? I know I would if I were you. I'm looking at them now. I'm on the 2nd space, the parking lot entrance. With the high fees at the beach, I'll have to move back 1 space to find a better price. Looks like it's back to you. Phew! It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 1. You're on the 5th space. Hot sand. The intense heat on the soles of your feet caused you to run forward 3 spaces. My turn. Oh boy. I'm gonna spin, huh? Even though I spun a 2, huh? Not too good. Not too good.
Parker raises his hands slowly.
You're not looking at me. I'm looking at them now. Looks like I'm on the 3rd space, the open space at the parking lot. Not bad. Looks like it's back to you. Phew! It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 3. You're on the 11th space. Notifications off. You're almost to a perfect Sandy holiday. My turn. Oh boy. I'm gonna spin, huh? Even though I spun a 1. Ugh, I'm on the 4th space. Ooh. Looks like it's back to you. Phew! It's your turn. Well, you spun a 2. You made it to the Sandy Kingdom. You win. Congrats.
Parker does a magnificent spin, changing out of his swimsuit and back into his normal board game themed attire, with more pizzazz than you'd have given him credit for.
I tried my best, but I can't help but feel that your idea to strip to our skivvies gave me a rough go. I didn't like it. I'm proud of you. And now you get to enjoy the beach. That's 1 victory for you. I'll add it to your dice roll to see what our relationship will be. I'm so excited for it. Come see me next time for the ancient game of chess. Bye-bye.
Lint! Lint! Lint, come on, buddy. Remember what happened last time? If you don't slow down, you're gonna...
Mateo doesn't even manage to finish his warning. Lint crashes into something just out of sight.
I'll get the broom. It's just Lint Eastwood, Dolly's pet. He always gets the zoomies after a bath.
Linty.
Speaking of...
Linty! There's my big handsome boy. Look at you, fresh as a daisy.
Dolly bends down to pick up Lint, planting a sweet kiss to the top of his head.
Oh, now are you a good boy for our Matito here? Tell me honest, he didn't give you any trouble this time, did he?
Filo, no, nothing I couldn't handle. He actually did better with the trimmer. I think he's finally starting to trust me.
Is that right? I am so proud of you, my fuzzy sweetie lumpkins. Ooh. Thanks for always taking such good care of him. I know he can be a handful, but, well, he's my handful.
He's welcome back anytime, Dolly.
Come on, let's get you home.
Mateo giggles nervously.
You don't think she noticed, do you? He really has gotten a lot better. The first time she brought him in, he almost caused a riot between some of the newer rescues. At least now he doesn't try to jump out of the wash tub every time I reach for the shampoo. I like that.
You're used to seeing mostly people-shaped objects with the date viators, but clearly the sink-headed figure before you is, well, not like the others. All the time in the world wouldn't be enough to comprehend whatever is going on with this guy. You can see that he's got a sink for a head and the clothing and posture of a beleaguered stand-up comic, but your inspection is cut short by his disturbing screams.
Help! Help me!
Hello? Can you hear me? Listen closely. There isn't much time. Nothing is as it seems. I'm not who I appear to be. No! My name is not Sinclair, it's Martin! Martin Applegate.
And I'm not a sink. I'm an insurance claims adjuster from Turkleman City, Florida.
Now you're catching on. Just how weird this is gonna get. Try this on for size, then. Whoosh!
A strange creature that looks and sounds like a soapy little dog jumps up at your legs, yapping and barking.
Down, Sudsy, down! Keep your bubbles to yourself, you little devil. Woof, woof. Tray, Sudsy. Woof. Go to your tray. Sorry about that. Before I begin telling you my tale of woe and Temple's Shirley, let me let Sudsy out, okay? When he gets like this, I just get really flustered. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, bye! Sink you next time! It all happened one rainy night, on the north side of Turkleman City, the tough side. I'd stayed late at the office because I had extra work to do before the holidays. Well, when I left, I was feeling a bit low, so I went out to a local bar. It's called the Banana Club. They make a mean Shirley Temple, heavy pour. I should have known better. But after I'd had about 7 of them, I went out for a stroll. I don't know where I was going. Just trekking the streets with my dog. Suddenly, I came upon a fine dining establishment called the Questionable Dandelion. They've got an incredible buffet. Lots of strange ingredients from all around the world. They're always trying new things. Like Diplodocus berries. And Jimson weed cupcakes. They also sell Excedrin by the pint, the headache medicine. Oh yes, very, but good for headaches. No! Not at all! It was Thursday. I was walking around, or sort of drifting, or rather, floating, or I guess you could say I was making my way about town. Aimlessly, you see? You're very perceptive. Well, I came across an alley I had never noticed before. It was dark and had a rather threatening look about it, so naturally I went down it. I wandered down the alley and came to a door lit by a red light. I opened it and found a long hall, at the end of which was a sort of booth. And in this booth was a fortune teller. She was wearing a fantastic red shirt, not unlike the one you're sporting. Although it could have easily been more of a chartreuse. I can't tell, I'm tone deaf. Yes, her name was Vagabonda the Sinclairius. She was wearing a fantastic red shirt, not unlike the one— I'm sorry I keep harping on the shirt, but it was absolutely— Then she spread out a deck of strange cards and asked me to select one. They were business cards. I chose at random, and the card I picked turned out to be the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades is a bespoke shovel manufacturer based in Crumple, Michigan. The owner's name is Ace. He does great work. Vagabonda snatched the card back from me and said, "Not that one!" Turns out she had her rewards program on the back. 12 stamps and you get a free spade. We agree! So I snatched it back from her again and we had a bit of a row and I'm sorry. God damn, that is a nice shirt. Anyway, I guess that wasn't a very good start to our fortune-telling session. I think that's why she cursed me. Because right afterward, she said, Martin, that wasn't a very good start to our fortune-telling session. I'm going to curse you because of it. And then she cursed me. She waved what looked like a magic wand. Although, to be honest, it could have easily been a bagel of some sort. And then said,
Martin, I doom you now to become a detestable object.
I transform you thusly, so that you may go home and think about what you've done. She wasn't above a bad pun. And then I became a sink. Now you find me as I am, trapped in this porcelain prison. All I want to do is return to my old life. To stroll the streets of Turkoman City once more, without a care in the world. Oh, how I long for it. Please, won't you help me? Sudsy and I would be oh so grateful if you could get to the bottom of what's going on here and return us to our proper forms. Will you? Oh, joy! If you want to help to get to the bottom of all this, I might suggest you seek out someone who is in the business of solving unsolvable mysteries. Or just go see if Vagabond of the Sinclairius is willing to undo her curse for a free shovel.
He stands there silent and unmoving until you finally leave. A handsome acrobat greets you with a small yet theatrical little bow, placing a hand on his chest and tipping his head forward. He has the aura of a veteran showman, but he doesn't look particularly pleased to have you as his audience.
Greetings, weary traveler. You seem taken aback. Quite natural. It was not my intention to frighten you, though I grant I'm known to be a disquieting presence when I'm in a mood. Yes. Yes. A long and solitary bad. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. You aren't serious. You jest. You want to hear my story? I am a servant to the drama of the heart. Polysyllabic alliteration. Perhaps I've underestimated you. Though I tend to do that, surrounded as I am by witless whatsits. I am awash in the scurryings of lives. Countless stories. I am filled with water, the fundamental state of all things. Water. The tears you cry when you are born, when you are made, when you are broken. It is the sweat that drips from brows and shaking knuckles in alleyways, in schoolyards. It flows over its own frozen self down dry and grateful throats. It drops from noses in blazing sunshine onto lemon-printed bathing suits. It is the wellspring of ancient secrets, held in rough clay bowls. I am surrounded by it. You cannot know the agony that exact decision has caused me. I cannot talk about it. You'll have to ask Drysdale about it. The pale betrayal. You have no idea. But not only that, not only do I hold the limitless, the unfathomably simple. I hold the dirt of life. The blood stuck in denim from skin knees comes to me. The stains of earth from a weekend spent burrowing into trees and the slimy, crawling things. The makeup smeared onto shirt collars and cuffs, streaked mascara, and embers of a lipstick that blazed once. All of this comes to me to be absolved. It may be dissolved, but it does not disappear. It cannot. Nothing does. I must keep it all. It is a vast treasure house of memories, of senses, and it is safe with me. But how can I, just me, survive that? How could anyone bear the weight of that much life? It is the words. It is language. To be able to communicate. To share the burden. It is poetry that keeps me afloat in my own sea. You mean it? Then this at last is the dawn? Such bewilderment comes with the sight of the room, I cannot tell. I have lost my only friend.
He gazes off into the distance, something clearly weighing on him. His eyes narrow for a few moments, and then he sighs.
Oh. Yes, my God, haven't I done enough? Drysdale. He was a phantom of delight when first he gleamed upon my sight. But we are quite forsaken. We were a duo. An acrobatic team rivaled by none on Earth. We were swift, smooth, and strong. I wish you could have seen him fly to the vault of paved heaven. Our performances were legend. They came from many rooms away to watch us, to applaud us. And joy filled me as wine in a glass overflowed. Past tense. But the physical connection between him and me, it is like nothing I have ever known before or since. He does not need poetry like I do. When he talks, it is a breeze to my tempest. And to him, my tempest seems but a suggestion, a rumor of rain in another man's country. Until we didn't. Until he was too busy to perform. Too occupied with other things to tumble with me. The bond was broken. The bright cord severed. He abandoned me. And when he was finally ready again, I was unreachable. Locked in my own chignon. Trying to claw my way back to a friend who could not hear me. The wall between us has been impenetrable ever since. Yes, it's been years. As I said, traveler, a long and solitary bad mood. All moving things come to an end. A knotted willow. I miss him every day. Yet speaking with you gives me hope that I might be able to move on and accept a new companion. You're asking me to have faith. I would be hard-pressed to acquiesce if not for, well, I've tried everything else. Thank you, sincerely, for listening. It has been so long since anyone has stopped, has heard me.
An acrobat in bright orange evaluates you with a smirk. His hair is streaked with grey, and there's a twinkle in his eyes that tells you this guy is definitely going to keep you on your toes.
Well, hello there, new face. I may be quite excited to meet you. Yes. I have a voluptuous suspicion that may be the emotion I'm experiencing. Yes. But of course you are. How could you not be? Look at me up. Listen to the mellifluous murmur of my voice. Booming of a cannon from a stone-turreted castle. Marble on all the floors, gold leaf, filigree wrought iron, and my God, the velvet. If I were a castle, I would be absolutely dipped in velvet. If that was intended as some passive-aggressive hint for me to lower my personal volume, allow me to adjust myself upward a notch or two. Moving on. I do get distracted, don't I? Just so many wonderful things about me on which to expound. My form alone is a temple of wonders. Which part is your favorite?
He gestures to his muscled frame, inviting you to drink him in.
Which of my parts sings the most to you? For me, today anyway, it's my pectorals. They're glistening, enough almost to be felt through the fabric of my tunic. Perhaps this can be the first bridge between us. The first bits of woven lint eventually to form the sturdy, braided rope of our friendship. Do you, like me, enjoy celebrating at the altar of your own glorious form? Ha, indeed. I am an enthusiast for anything that challenges all sides of my glorious vessel. Jerub, I cannot even begin to tell you, but I am nothing if not inventive, fearless, indefatigable. Ha! Devilishly so. I haven't given up hope that I'll yet be able to craft a perfect metabolic masterpiece. Gasp! I've had a sudden flash that I should feel excited, but I am not sure why. Explain yourself, brain! Oh, no, wait. I figured it out. Oh, that's more points for me. Huzzah! Would you, my new lovely acquaintance, like to help me create the perfect challenge for my body and mind? Would you help me invent a tango for the triceps, a conga for the core, a quick step for the quadriceps? Awesome, yes, as incapable of inspiring awe, just like my obliques. Yes? Yes. I know. I can lie down with Florence, grasp Titus by her intimidating epaulettes, and Russian twist her for 3 sets of 20. What do you think? Titus! The detergent! If you think I'm dramatic. What do you think? Oh, Cherub, you're right. I didn't even think of that. So, you've met her then? She might not appreciate being included in my sweat sesh, but Twisted... Let's just say she has some dark and deeply held feelings. May I divulge an incy-wincy little secret? To me, it isn't the gluteus maximus. It's the glorious marvelous. It's my favorite muscle group. I even love sitting on it. I'm that much of a fan. Ah, the perfect move. The deadlift. Deadlift, deadlift, deadlift. Ah, ambrosia. Look around. What do you think? The washing machine. Yes, the washing machine. My Washford. I used to use Washford. Yes, I would lift him. He would lift me. My glorious marvelous. It has fallen into such disrepair in recent years. All right. Onward and upward. would. I emerge from the darkness, and like the phoenix rising from the ashes, I call my love back to me! My truest love and friend! Dear, you don't happen to have a feather boa on you by any chance? I always dreamed if I did something this dramatic, I'd be draped in a bright purple feather boa. Oh, don't worry about answering that. I know your garments intimately. And there ain't no boa. Call Washford for me? No, just with your voice. Just vibrate those glorious pipes of yours and call out the name. Washford. Just wait a moment. He should be here. It appears your pipes are not glorious enough to traverse the great distance that still persists between us. You'll have to use your feet. Not as glorious, slightly floppy really, but hopefully effective. Have at it!
I'd like to be upgraded to another room, please. Up until recently, only 3 things. As of this morning, I've discovered a 4th. Of course. Do you think I'm picky about which room I'm in? About the environment? A liar, then. No, the 4th wrong thing here is, well... it's Telly. He's in my direct line of sight, and that simply won't work for me. He's a menace, a distraction, and he's sabotaging my sonata. Do you know what he did this morning? He was on non-stop, and I mean non-stop. You try holding a tune in your head with all of that color and sound flashing at you. Before I was even fully awake, I'd been subjected to a breakfast show. Very much so. There was quippy banter, a cooking segment, and a human interest story about a 3-legged crossing guard dog named Champ. Then came the local news, where I learned that apparently there's a cat burglar on the loose. I doubt it. It looked nice. There's no shame in being poor, darling. What was I saying? Right. After the local news, I had to watch a game show, then a 2-dimensional cartoon. Nowhere was there any of the classics being played. Nowhere was there a piano, cello, no harp to be found. In fact, the entire time this was happening, there were non-stop commercial breaks for the same payday loan company, which can only mean one thing. It is the lowest form of musical composition I have ever heard. But then won't I just have the mattress jingle stuck in my head? It's fine, because that wasn't even the worst part of my day. The worst part of my day happened with the opening notes of that inane soap opera, Sands of Time. But I understand the intent. It was the most ridiculous 40 minutes of my life. Time I could have been using to write my sonata. There was seduction, scandal, and this lady named Charlene pushed her twin off a cliff and then went home to sleep with her husband. The twin's husband. The sister. The dead sister. Who turned out not to have died from the cliff, which just seems impossible. I can't believe I spent my entire day on this nonsense. What? No! Ladies of leisure go to the symphony. I want to be on stage performing. And now I'm going to be forced to watch Sands of Time tomorrow as well to find out what's going to happen next. I feel hoodwinked. Soap opera has the word opera in it, but it isn't musical at all. Do you think Telly would let me watch the next episode tomorrow? But we're not really friends, and I'm a complete stranger to him. Everyone here already knows each other. And then what?
She nods slowly.
Be friendly. I've had colleagues I admire to the point of crippling jealousy. That's kind of like being friends. No. God, no. You don't root for the competition. You rip off their heads and paint the inside of your soundboard with their blood. Good. I don't want to do that with Telly, though, but I'm not sure how to go about it. That's it? If he says it's all right and I can watch a few more shows, do I have your permission to do that before I get back to my sonata? I'm not sure. My days at the music department were always so busy. It just seems like I should be asking someone before I spend hours doing nothing. That's a relief. Thanks, Maestro.
Well, if it isn't the spexiest person I've ever met. Oh, you try being clever all the time, eh? Anyhow, to what do I owe the pleasure? Brilliant. What about? My. Isn't that flattering? Let's see if you're flirty enough to catch my eye. How mysterious. Like a locked door I can't wait to open. This was fun. But with experience comes the desire to take one's time, to savor the game, as it were. I haven't tasted romance in so long, and the flavor is so sweet. Let's flirt a bit more sometime, if you feel like it. Until then, there's something I've been thinking about asking you. It's like this, you see. I cannot stop thinking about why I ended up in that crawl space. Ever since you first asked me about it, I began to question it more myself. Did I do something wrong? Make some mistake? My heart has always been in the right place, but perhaps I slipped up in the past. Oh no. Was it some act of betrayal, or I just can't seem to put it all behind me? There is one way I can think of, but it might not be so easy. I almost don't even want to ask you this for fear of what you'll think. But here it is. As you may or may not know, I believe one of the previous owners of the house is affiliated, shall we say, with your current employer. I'm not sure what I think about destiny, but this seems fortuitous. In any case, as I was racking my brain to come up with a memory of my imprisonment, I thought of something. It is perhaps just a fleeting idea. But I recalled that one of the Valdivian folks used to keep an online journal. He was, in particular, a real stickler for recording dates, accounts, etc. But most specifically, the locations of important things. Well, I don't know for sure, of course, but... So, what do you think? Truly, I'm utterly open to questions or thoughts. I've thought about this. Now, I am not certain, but I have a feeling Mac could do it. They are so gifted. They could probably... what are the youth calling it these days? Hack it. Then I could poke around and see if there's anything in there that references me. If not, we just leave it alone and nobody's the wiser. So, what do you think? Am I mad for thinking up this strange scheme? Should I just leave the past where it lies, never to be recalled? Or shall we take the plunge together and seek the truth in strange places? I will gladly abide by your decision, whatever it is. I'm overjoyed. This will be the beginning of a great adventure. Next time I see you, we can begin. I need to prepare myself to learn the truth. Now, before you go, let's see if you are ready for some candy. Let me take a closer look at you.
He narrows his eyes, evaluating you with a sharp up-and-down gaze. You can feel yourself sweat just a little under his intense scrutiny.
Not that you need it, but this charm candy might come in handy.
You take in the scent of the charm candy. Is it your imagination? Or did you just get 5% more?
This tasty morsel will turn your natural charm up to 11. Hello. I'm so excited to see you again. I've been thinking non-stop about our plan. Are you ready to make some moves? Or can I help you with something else? We'll see if you're up to the task. I won't be so easily won over this time, you'll find. Your openness, it would seem, is opening my heart. Flirting with you is quite lovely. As you know, I do enjoy a bit of banter. But what say we return to the matter at hand? Are you ready to bring Mac in on our cheeky little plan? But before we do, I think we ought to be prepared for them to say no. After all, this is an odd thing to ask. So, what should we do if they refuse? Genius! I'll leave everything up to you. Okay, here they come.
Mac wheels into the room with a kind smile on their face, greeting the two of you with a small wave.
I believe my presence is requested?
That's right, Mac. We have a rather curious request for you.
Oh. I see.
This is something I may be able to help you with. Only, I must tell you that this goes against my intended functions. Am I to understand that you are asking me to do some unauthorized breaking and entering? While this does sound entertaining, I'm afraid I have to refuse. This goes against the ethical model coded into me at creation. Well, if it means we could help him, I guess I can make an exception. Let's do it! Okay, let me just boot up TOR. If we're gonna do this, let's do it right. Keith, can you point me at the URL?
Sure thing, Mac. Tappity tap tap tap.
Okay, here we are. A password login screen. And yikes, looks like it's protected against brute force attacks. Exactly. So we'll have to be careful. What should we do?
Genius. I'm right here if you need me.
Hello, you've reached Valdivian Personal Online Suite Services. This is Jeremy speaking. To whom do I, whom is, to whom is this to whom I'm speaking? Beth from accounting? Oh boy, OG, you sound cute and attractive and honest. I wouldn't even try. I'll be right up to accounting to assist you in person. Okay, I'm coming, Beth!
Damn, that failed. Let's try something else. Ah, an excellent idea.
Searching, debugging myself, counter-hacking, back to searching. Aha! Here we go. What's this now? A pop-up just appeared. Free passwords from Romania. Only sex interest? Looks promising. Guess we're gonna have to try something else then. Didn't work.
Crap, I screwed that up.
Hello, dear owner. It's nice to... I thought you might. Now, is there anything I can tell you about myself? I have asked my... However, I've come to the conclusion that some question... I suppose that I myself have no recollection of the initial incident. You are probably right. But anything else you'd like to know about me? How old do you think I am? Aha! That's right! Not so old as I look, am I? Well, look, anything else you'd like to know about me? Why, yes. Oh, but for do you prefer blondes? Brunettes? Oh, do you believe in destiny? I see. What? Ah, do you think of yourself as that is how you... Forgive me for the boldness, but where do you keep... now, and for the record, you ought to keep it in the safe, just in case. Better in the safe now. And I am feeling a bit tired. I'll need to rest. Anyhow, there is things. Let's unlock new adventures together.
The game team set moon kitchen.
Which way do you want to go? Lincolnberries. Oh, we've got a timeline crisis here.
makes sense. Maybe a million lasers and great. Come here, just tell me where to go. Oh, there's a quiz. Okay, then what? Why? That will drastically reduce my understood. So? True. And we can get the drop on him. On it. Is this the furthest we've ever gotten? Excellent. Right, there's a workshop table here and we can get crafting. Or go straight to the... What recipe should we make? Got it. And then? 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 All right. We did it! A harmonic stratus. Don't forget the scrap skins. Here we go. You think what? The NPC. No. You have the old. Wait.
Luna's. Celine is.
No. There's two.
The stratospire's sizzling energy explodes into an array.
That's it. That's right. Complete the ceremony.
The stratospire's shut, and with one.
You love me? You're right. I love it when you push my buttons.
Mice, are you here to listen to me perform? Unfortunately, on to more pressing matters though. I was hoping we could I'm sure it's not your fault, seeing as how we've never worked together, but for starters, I was hoping for a little help with Huvier. You know the gentleman. I'll need a bit of help with Hector too, Could you please talk to him about the temperature? Yes, I couldn't imagine any other way. Honestly, same with Lux. I like to be lit as everyone around here does. Speaking of, do we have a lighting design? That's all right. I was my friends now, please.
Yo, what's up?
Man, the nerve on that instrument.
She thinks she's off telling.
Lux is when.
What, you're on a quest or some shit? Oh, yeah. Neat. But fine, whatever. Bye. Shine on, Luxie!
You look like you have something on your... 20 degrees, could you imagine? What? The nerve. But still, there is, you know. Realize you can do that?
Okay, Hector.
Oh, do you have any idea how remarkable... Oh, I have my muscles, they're so warm. I had no idea. My love, I can't...
Heck, and it's in the heck, and in late, his.
How?
It's me. Don't say that.
I have taken lately to take it. This pleases me.
You fall silent. You could almost swear you...
Breathe me, my heart.
You find Keith wakes with a start.
It might have saved me from much suffering. Perhaps. Although I pride myself on opening things, there are some doors that are meant... Oh, I don't know. But never. In any case, what I'm trying to get at is that what's more like companionship. You know, take this. You can eat and play. You take, use it wisely. Let's unlock new adventures together.
Oh, good. Any progress on my rider? They've done everything I've asked? It doesn't seem like it. You know, this is professional jealousy. That's what this is. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I won't be here for much longer. How far along are you? What agreement did you have with the a friend? My understanding was that they loaned me out. No one needed. Besides, you're obviously an immensely talented actor. Oh, absolutely. I've never seen a set full. Now, you really haven't shared much about the production with me. Nonsense. Of course you are. That makes no sense. Why would they... What is that? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm... Calm him down. You know, it's the strangest thing. But that's not German at all. I'm so confused.
Keys stares at you, unblinking and silent. You can almost...
What flavor? I had a freshman who used to stick cherry-flavored gum to my underside every time. Oh, not at all. Once I got past the indignity, I found... My flavor speaks to the music. That's unhygienic. Wherein I am the chewing gum? But that implies the music department no longer had any... But all right. So when the... And you're sure you're not a composer? All right. Perhaps you're a wealthy connoisseur of the arts? So what you're telling me is that not only did I get...
Keys gives you a pleasant...
And...
I'll get the broom. It's just...
Mateo giggles.
At least now he doesn't try to jump out of the wash tub every time I reach...
Well, how go your various quests? Well, that's great to... And I hope you've been putting that lovely personality... I am, of course. You've got to up your numbers by talking to as many objects as you can. I can feel that deeply. Of course. And you never know when one of them will prove to be invaluable. Now, let's unlock new adventures together.
Why, hello there, Maestro. That's because since you're not the famed composer since you're not the... there's no... I'm calling it Keys Piano Sonata. Merely following it. Right. It would appear that they are jealous of her status as a deity. This would be in contrast to absolute music. So now, Piana's trapped in the mortal realm. This all happened... Leave.
handsome Greek. You seem taken aback. Quite natural. Yes. Yeah, for everything, we are out of tune. You aren't serious. You jest. You want to hear my story? I am a servant to the drama of the heart. Polysyllabic alliteration. Perhaps I've underestimated you. I am awash in this countless. It is the way I am surrounded by it. You cannot know the agony that exact decision has caused me. You have no idea, but I hold them all of. Nothing does. I must keep it all. But how could anyone bear the weight of that much life? It is the words. It is language. You mean it? And this at last is that I have lost my only friend.
He gazes off into the distance.
Oh. Yes, my God, haven't I done enough? Drysdale. He was a phantom of delight. We were a duo to the heart, and joy filled me as wine in a past tense. But the physical connection between him and me, it is like he does not need poetry like I do. When he talked until we didn't. The wall between us has been impenetrable ever since. Yes, it's been years. Yet speaking with you gives me hope that I might be here asking me to have. Thank you.
An acrobat.
Well, I have a voluptuous suspicion that may, but well, if I were a castle, I would be absolutely dipped. If that was intended as which part is your favorite?
He gestures to his muscle.
Which do you, like me, enjoy celebrating at the altar? Indeed. I am an Jereb, I cannot even begin to tell you, but I am nothing if not inventive. Devon, I haven't given up hope that I'll yet be able... Gasp! Would you help me invent a tango for the triceps? Awesome! Yes, as incapable of inspired... I know, I can... What do you think? Oh, Cherub, you're right. She might not appreciate being included in my sweat sesh, but Twisted, may I divulge an incy-wincy to me? It's the glorious marvelous! It's my favorite muscle group! The perfect move. Look around. What do you think? The washing machine. Yes, the washing machine. Yes. My glorious marvelous. You're right. Do you don't happen to have a feather boa on you by any chance? I always dreamed... Oh, don't worry about answering that. And there ain't call Washford for me? No, just with your voice. He should be here. It appears you're... How about...
You're used to all you.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hi. Hello. That wasn't me. I mean, it was me. Nothing is as it seems. I am not who... I mean, the I you see is certainly not the one I am. No, it's a reality. I'm
an insurance claims adjuster from Turkleman City, Florida.
Now you're catching on. Just how weird this is gonna get. Try this on for size. Let Sudsy out, okay? When he gets like this, I just get really... Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Well, if it isn't the spexiest person I've ever... Oh, you try... Anyhow, to what do I owe the pleasure? Brilliant. What about? My. Let's see if you're flirty enough to catch my eye. With a dazzling eye, until then, there's something I've been thinking about us. It's like this. I just can't seem to put it all behind me. Affiliated, shall we say, with I'm not sure what I in any but most specifically the locations of important things. Well, I don't know. So truly, I'm utterly open to questions or thoughts. That is a risk. Dare I say it, he was borderline sociopathic. So, what do you... I will gladly abide by your decision. I'm overjoyed. Not letting you to this. Let's unlock new adventures together.
A colorfully is smart.
What?
Hi there! I do, and I what? Mate, would you like that? Oh boy! What you if you want as they pertain to my whole deal and how this is glorious. And if at the end I roll a die to achieve ultimately, yes. The more you win, the more chances to love me. I'm just meet me here next time for our first game. Sand Wowie!
It all happened one rainy day. I'd stayed late at the office because I had extra work. Well, when I left, it's called the Banana Club. They make a mean Shirley Temple. Heavy pour. I should have known better. I don't know, just suddenly, I came upon a fine dining They've got an incredible but they're always trying new things. Like Diplodocus berries. And Jimson weed cupcakes. They also sell Excedrin by the pint. The headache medicine. Oh yes, very. But good for headaches. I was walking around. I get aimlessly, you see? You're very perceptive. Well, I came so naturally I went down it. I wandered down the alley, and although it could have easily been more of a chartreuse. Yes, her name, she spread out a deck of strange, they were business cards. I chose at random, and the card I picked turned out to be the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades is, the owner's name is Ace. He does great work. Turns out she had her rewards program on the back. 12 We agree! I think that's why she cursed me. Because right afterward, and then she cursed me. She waved what looked like a... And then, I transform you thusly, so that you... She wasn't above a bad pun. And then I became a... Now, Sudsy and I would be oh so grateful if you could get to the bottom of what's... Oh, joy! Or just go see if Vagabond of the Sinclairius is willing to...
He stands there silent.
I'd like to be upgraded to another room, please. Up until recently, as of this morning, I've discovered a fourth. Of course. Do you think I'm picky about which room I'm in? A liar, then. No, it's Telly. He's in my direct... Do you know what he did this morning? He was on... Before I was even fully awake, I'd been very much so. Then came the local news, where I learned that apparently there's a cat. I doubt it. It looked nice. There's no shame in... What was I saying? Right. In fact, the entire time this was... It is the lowest form of musical composition I have ever heard. But then once I just have the mattress jingles, it's fine. The worst part of my day happened with the wrong... I can't believe I spent my entire day on this nonsense. What? No! ladies of leisure, and I feel... Do you think Telly would let me watch the next episode? But why not? Everyone here already knows each other. And then what?
She nods slowly.
Be friendly. I've had colleagues I admire. That's kind of like being friends. No. God, no. You don't root for the you rip off their heads and paint the inside of your sound. Good. I don't want to do that with Telly, though, but I'm not sure how to go about it. That's it? If he says it's all right and I can watch a few more shows, I'm not sure. My days at the music department were always so busy. That's... Thanks, man.
Sinclair paces back and forth, nervous and talking to himself.
Oh, come on. It shouldn't be taking this long. Oh. I've seen several shoes, if that's what you're asking. And none of them are the slightest bit amenable to ordinary conversation. Does that answer your question? Oh. Wait! Before you answer that, don't answer this. What size is the most common size of fly? I'm talking to a goddamn genius here. No, just waiting for my soap hound. Whoosh! And here he comes. Let me look at you. Are you all right? Have you become any less composed of saponins?
Mateo enters just after Sudsy, giving Sinclair an uneasy smile.
Oh, hey, Sinclair. How you doing, buddy?
I'm better than you've ever been on your worst day.
Yeah, cool. Nothing to worry about with regard to the Sudster. He was just saying goodbye to the Tasselhounds. They've gotten so close, I just hate having to pull them apart.
Sudsy, what did I tell you about forming inanimate attachments? The more you buy into the madness, the harder it will be when we go home.
Right? Yep, absolutely. Gotta be careful. Well, thanks for bringing Sudsy by. Always a pleasure having him. You take care now, Sudsy.
Mateo leans down to whisper to Sudsy.
Come on back anytime, okay, boy? Good boy. Sinclair is... well, he's just... I mean, when you look at it from his perspective... Okay, I got nothing. I can't figure the guy out. He sure does love that dog, though.
Despite that little hiccup, we are basically back where we were, though. I don't know where I messed up the friggin' order, the friggin'... oh, whatever.
Hello, I've been thinking. Are you ready to make some moves? We'll see if you're up to the I won't be so easily won over this time, you'll find. Your words have... Are you ready to bring Mac in on our cheeky little plan? But before... So, what should we do if they refuse? Genius. Okay, Mac.
I believe...
That's right.
Oh. I see. Only, am I to understand that you are asking me to do some unauthorized... While this does sound... I'm afraid I have to refuse. This goes... Well, if it... Okay, keep...
Shut up.
And yikes. Looks like it's protected against exactly. What should we do?
Genius. I'm...
To whom is the Beth from accounting? You sound cute and attractive. Of course, Kate. Which is a very excellent and secure password, if I do say so. Oh, do you?
Oh,
My God! Wow! A whole life! Right here before our eyes.
you bet. Let's see. Work logs, favorite restaurants. Sure did. We are not thieves. Hey, come on now. And it's as if he didn't even care.
Quick scan isn't revealing any mention of key at all. Well, except that crypto account.
Which we are leaving alone. Thanks for all your help, Mac.
Anytime. Sorry, man. I'll be in sleep mode if you need me.
Well, I guess that's it for this adventure. I am so grateful to you for attempting to help me with my lost memories. All I can say is, I hope we can make some new memories together. I have been eager to unlock your lips for as long as I've known you. Your flirtations have been successful in unlocking mine.
Keith takes you into his arms and claims your lips with his own. You can tell that this is going to be the beginning of a wild ride. For a mature Key, he's still got plenty of vigor.
Do let me thrust the key into the lock. I want to open you all the way.
When the dust settles after your rambunctious encounter, Keith brings you in close.
You didn't think I forgot your sweet tooth, did you? Let me take a closer look at you.
Ooh, you take...
It is sure to consider my heart open to you.
Squeak.
Hello! Imagine, would you like to hear the rules? Onward to the... It's your turn. What will you do? You spun your... Look, it's your turn. What will you do? You spun your... Look, it's your turn. What will you do? You spun... Look, it's your turn. What will you do? You spun... I tried my best, but you were simply a... I'm proud of you. Come see me next time for the ancient game of bye-bye.
Ah, Maestro. Always good to see you. I think it went well. I wasn't sure where to start, so I just told him how much I'd enjoyed watching all the shows I'd watched. And, well, everything after that came pretty easily. We talked about the house and Sands of Time. He even gave me a few plot pointers for my sonata. It does, doesn't it? Would one say that he and I are friends now? Or is there a ritual at this point to complete the process? A start. Like the exposition in a sonata form. I think I realized something else while I was talking to Telly. That I might like to be friends with you as well, if you'll have me. If we are, then I'm afraid I haven't been very good to you. Telly was telling me about this documentary on landfills and how people throw away all kinds of things, including pianos. I know you aren't the composer you led me to believe you were. I know you aren't the composer you led me to believe you were. But I'm glad that I'm sitting here instead of on a pile of trash and severed limbs. Yet, I can always teach you. After my sonata. Anyway, I stand before you now, declaring my thanks and announcing my intention to be a friend to you. Did I do that right? You're supposed to announce your intention to be friends? I hope they all do. Can I ask you a personal question? Why didn't you get something new and shiny? Why a hand-me-down? Thank you for saying that. Well, I have a soap opera to catch up on and a sonata to write. I'll see you around, friend.
It appears that one of Mateo's inanimals is in the middle of a conflict with Hirohime's Nekoboru. Perhaps his cat-like features are rubbing the small dog-like creature the wrong way.
Oh, no, not again. Taffeta, down!
Nekoboru! 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 Nekoboru!
Taffeta, come on, sweetie, you're scaring him. Come here, Neko. Okay, all right. Calm down, buddy. I've got you.
Nekoboru!
Herringbone, a little help here, please?
Mateo takes a long, deep breath, as though willing the stress from his body.
Thank you. All right, Taffeta, go on. Go to bed. Oh, I know. But Nekoboru doesn't want to play right now, okay? You can say that again. It's my fault. I meant to put Taffeta to bed before Hiro dropped Nekoboru off. Taffeta always gets a little overexcited when he's here. She's harmless, really, but, well, it just so happens that Nekoboru looks exactly like her favorite toy. She doesn't mean anything by it.
Nekoboru!
Yeah, I know, buddy. She really spooked you this time, huh?
Yo, how's my little... Whoa!
Nekoboru launches himself at Hirohime, clearly distressed.
Nekoboru!
Ah, Hiro, I'm so sorry. Taffeta got out just as I was finishing up.
Oh, Nekoboru! I had no idea you were such a scaredy cat.
Nekoboru.
Ah, I see what this is. You just wanted to get home sooner so we could go back to training, right?
Nekoboru?
So clever, Nekoboru.
I don't know, Hiro. He looked pretty scared.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Mateo. Nekoboru is a master of deception.
Nekoboru?
Yeah, no kidding. I bet he's rethinking his stance on Taffeta right about now. Oh, speaking of, I better go find her real ball, or she'll be inconsolable all night.
Oh, look. A fantastic red shirt. I imagine you want me to swoon. You may have wandered with mad disquietude into a world which will overwhelm you. I must confess, there is a part of me which longs to see you drowned in it. Drowned in the darkness and the sorrow, if only so that I will be understood in the eyes of one who is drowned like me. It goes as it goes. I was. My God, I was. And the light and the darkness consumed us both. And time crept in this penitent crawl moment to moment, to night. For anything but this. For anyone but this. For anywhere but this now, my love.
I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom real quick. Sorry about that, I've been holding that in for a while.
Come with me. Come before me, with a look so piteous as if we had been loosed out of hell to revel in horrors. You know only a heap of broken images. A casual forgetting of even the shallow breath you're shackled to. You are a poor marionetted hanged man, dripping from his cobweb strings. Come with me. Come into the deep water. I will give you lustful abandon under a salted rage of stars. Have I captured you? Love comes in so many forms, you see. It does not have to last forever to be true. We can be shattered in a moment as easily as in a lifetime. I can ruin you for an afternoon. And in the years to come, you will dream about your hour on the high cliff while you trudge through shadowed valleys. Anything real is an honor. Anything real is a shrieking exaltation to love. Indeed. Now you must see, you must understand, that words are not just shapes on a page. Words are the conduit. Words are the channel. Through words, I can enlighten your mind. I can challenge your perception. I can touch your heart. I am a poet, dear one. I can touch anything I want. Tell me, do you know of Macbeth? I mean nothing of the sort. I do not dabble in that drabble. I speak of the tragedy of Macbeth by William Shakespeare, circa 1606. Ah, what do you think about it? Too true, too true. Modern drama is so soft, don't you agree? What a wonderful inkling is circling around to this big drum of mine. Macbeth was not completely alien to you. Does it therefore stand to reason that other masters of the weaving of words might also be within your ken? Tell me, and for the sake of whatever it is that you love, tell me true. What other magicians of pen and ink stir your soul? Wonderful. Names, names. Ah, poet of love. Bard of bold and dizzying devotion. The original pure erotica. He is indeed the gentle master of our most profound and elementary folly. Do you have a favorite poem? A favorite line? Fill my ears once more with the rich food of words. Ecstatic motion. And don't I, above any other, understand the gift of true ecstatic motion? God, we would fly. He would fly, and my soul would join him, cavort with him amongst the uppermost shelves. The wild applause of the Dipogenes. Only through the poetry of Rumi have I found anything akin to that experience. Words. Words have been my only solace since the day this tomb closed in around me. This tomb of nothingness. This tomb of my own making. No, no, you fool! I cannot do it by myself! Without heat, I am cold. Without dry air blasting across me like the desert winds, I am sopped, dragging and sucking at the ground like a betentacled misanthrope. I am incomplete. I am, ye gods, you. You, fellow lover of tumbling text, you are right. How could anyone possibly love me if I refuse to love myself? If I refuse to accept that I, too, am the universe dancing in joyous destruction? Your depression is connected to your insolence and refusal to praise. I cannot thank you enough. I am afraid I shall never know how to thank you.
Washford looks deeply unhappy. He's hardly the cheeriest guy in the house as it is, but this is a new level.
Ah, the old sensation. My affliction returns. This happens when it's much too dark. when I cannot see clearly. I cannot move. I feel heavy. I feel dark. The weight of the world on my drum, crawling over my eyes like some shadowed army. I cannot spin, and you should see me spin. But then it's this. Slow, creaking, or burdened. There are times I am no better than a washboard at a basin. Go now. I'm no good for conversation anymore.
Oh my goodness, I always get so fluttery when you come by. Could I run something by you for the sonata? I'm afraid I've hit a bit of a creative wall. It's nothing technical. I'd just like a second opinion. When we last left off, Piana, famous and beautiful Shunned goddess, had been traveling the mortal realm trying to find a way back home. The charlatan magician she'd first sought out is now accompanying her, by the way. The magician knows the realm and its inhabitants better than Piana could ever hope to, and as such has helped Piana make personal connections. As it turns out, the magician isn't terrible company. Piana has come to enjoy his chats as they travel along, but this is where I hit a wall. The story has always been about Piana getting back home. Action, adventure, vengeance, but I've been toying with the idea of a romantic subplot between the magician and Piana. There's one more thing. I'd like to lodge a formal complaint against another member of the household. It's against Rainy. The record player just down the sideline into the dining room. She was playing something classical the other day. There was a piano part. As resident piano, that should have been my responsibility. My role was usurped, and I'd like to place the record in question on the list of banned music. The other option, of course, would be to have her play the record over and over again. Yes, that would be fantastic. Oh, I don't know. Old habits die hard. I'll go introduce myself. Thanks for the kind ear.
Ah, you are returned. Each sunrise should be greeted with the same surprise and gratitude. I am, as you might have gleaned, glad to see you. I've been thinking about you. I haven't been able to think about much else of late. In fact, love is the prime mover in my mind. But it has been a lost love. Unrequited or torturous love. But a new star rises, and I begin to think of new love. A single bud breaking ground, seeking the sun with an innocent blossom. Would you break this ground with me? Tell me, do I shine in your heart the way you have begun to shine in mine? What about him? Drysdale. I have dreamt of him. His face has been before my eyes like a veil, covering and coloring my world for longer than I care to recall. I do love him. Do you find that there comes a moment when love itself is not enough? This love was so outsized once that it could hold the mistakes and the pain, but it has deflated. And well, if he will apologize, if he will see what he did and how it hurt me, the love will be free. I will see him anew, and we together will leave that ugly country. If he cannot or will not, then I will leave the love behind. I will carry only the memory. The resizing of my love for him has opened me. Perhaps to you, if you will have me. I am no longer limited by false loyalty, fear in a frock coat. Do you accept my love? Drysdale and I very soon shall know where we stand. But you, where do you and I stand now?
Oh, you're back. Try not to bore me too much this time. I challenge you to leave me speechless. Well, well. Look at you. That may be possible. I do adore trying new things. Oh, so you are. More points for you. You are doing well. What a fun game this is. My, look at you, collecting all the points and the gold stars and the defending of the personal freedoms. I love it. You know what else I love? Flowers. Big bouquets of them. Birds of paradise are my favorites. They're impossible to get here. Oh, but you did. That pretty being here gives me so much more wonderful greenery to contemplate. It's just been so long since I had anyone to talk to. Oh, how are you going to take care of me if you don't know my personal tastes? Points. Ask me a question. Divine my being. Cheese. Didst thou say blah cheese? It's burrata or death. Olives without accoutrements, though. I once ate a whole jar unassisted. Washford couldn't stand to kiss me for days. At least, not on the mouth. Ha! But it was tasty. I've never been sorry. Oh, this is an easy one. I have a long-standing love affair with the tassel hound. And if you don't know what a tassel hound is, which wouldn't surprise me, given that you're, well, human, you must go and chat with Matteo. He has so damn many of them, you know, and they're adorable. Well, I would love to help, but I can't be bothered as I have this physique to sculpt. Well, of course, silly. We are stackables, after all. We are not brothers or anything incestuous as that. Just a mere 25-year fling. Yes, I suppose, But time means less to me than some others I know. It's been a blink of a timer setting, really. Years. Years. It's been years. Yes. And that must be the end of your game, because it was by far the most important and tricky and insightful question. And since I answered all of them correctly, I win! I love to win. Oh, I love gold stars. I love Washford. I love Washford. Oh, damn it.
Drysdale runs a hand through his hair, shaking his head.
Oh, God. I can't tell you how inconvenient this is. You don't understand. To have a love like I've had, so deep, so... Oh, it's infuriating. I'm trying to explain to you how I still love this character, this absurd amalgam of pathos and muscle, and I don't have the words. I sound like him with his searching and his verbosity, trying to describe how much I love and loathe his searching and his verbosity. Ugh, what a circus. And not the good kind. You must do something for me. You can see now, I trust, that I am incapable of solving this puzzle on my own. I'm too bound up in it, and I have loved being bound up before, Cherub, believe you me. With this dramatic pause, I am entangled, and you must help me. You must talk to him for me. You must, please. Try to repair this chasm, this rift. It's like a new stained canyon has torn its way through my heart. Will you, please? Understood. I've always considered promises to be rather passé anyway. Sort of just like berry hats. Just, don't. Really. Thank you.
Welcome to the Abode of Mysteries, where today we will play the ancient game of chess. First founded as the Indian game known as Chaturanga before the... Christ! It traveled throughout space and time to reach us today as the most popular board game of all. The game used to have elephants for pieces, but now it's like bishops and stuff. Do you know how to play? That's great! Saves me an explanation. I have the pieces set up right here. You can be white.
I've played chess before, just never really been any good at it.
This is the style of play that I would categorize as normal. But what if I attacked you like so?
Parker pushes his knight far out into the playing field, seemingly completely undefended.
All right, so you didn't fall for my opening trap. I have more tricks up my sleeve.
Parker plays chaotically, filling your position with wild sacrifices. One such sacrifice leaves a set of his pawns doubled up on the same file, one in front of the other. His tactic-filled play also leaves his king wide open, easy to attack. Quietly, simply, you begin to bring your pieces one after the other upon the pawns that are incapable of defending themselves.
Ooh, that's not very nice.
Parker puts his queen next to your king in a very threatening manner, maintaining eye contact with you all the while. He does not blink.
That!
The single weak point of his pawns begins to crumble, and soon his entire position with it.
Oh dear!
You begin to control more and more of the board as the ranks and files open up, and his king is quickly placed into a corner with only a single rook remaining on his side. Parker quietly moves his last rook just to the side of your queen.
Oh, my last trick! Well done! You bested me in the classic game, the Game of Kings. And for that, you earn a point towards my love, the ultimate reward. Still, I will see you next time for an ever so complex game with many of my beloved rules.
Mateo tends to a group of adorable dog-like creatures, grooming them and speaking to them sweetly.
Just a few more, and done. Oh, what a good girl, Damas. Que bonita. I bet that feels better, doesn't it? I know you're a Notweiler, but that snag on your tail was getting ridiculous. Oh, hey, you're here. I was hoping you'd come by. I wanted to thank you for talking to Phoenicia about making that post. Hey, trust me, that was a big help. We've already had some visitors stop by because of it. I even talked to a few things who said they saw Davy recently. Hopefully, if we can figure out where he's been, we might be able to follow his trail and track him down. Oh, that's right, Chiquita. He'll be back before you know it. You've caught us in the middle of a grooming day.
Like I said, I have a soft spot for any storyline involving animals. If my YouTube name isn't a big hint.
Everyone's been a little stressed waiting for Davy to come back, so I thought a bit of pampering would do us all some good. Me? Well, I hadn't really thought about it. As long as these guys are happy, I'm happy. That's really all the pampering I need.
Mateo's eyes widen as realization dawns on him very slowly.
Oh! I'm flattered, really. And you do seem great, but the rescue keeps me pretty busy as it is. And until I find Davy, I just don't think I'd have time for anything like that. I wouldn't say no to some friendly company, though, if you felt like sticking around. Oh, that's a shame. Well, before you go, I wanted to ask you something. You did such a good job with the Placebook post. I was hoping you might want to help me follow up on some of the leads we've gotten. It would take me a while to get through them all myself, and I really don't like leaving the inanimals alone for that long. Great! All right. The first one I have is from Hoove. He said he saw Davy sniffing around the laundry room a few days ago, right around the time he first went missing. Let me know if you find anything, okay? And really, thanks for helping out.
A friendly-looking serpentine piece of brush greets you. This inanimal probably isn't Davy, but might still need a home. It leaps into your pocket, ready to go back to Mateo when you are.
Unfortunately, we can't talk to Dave until right this second. Picking that thing up counts as talking to him.
Have you ever got so swept up in your walk you completely lost all sense of time? That's how I felt. I finished the concierto.
She holds a small booklet out to you, beside herself with excitement.
After spending time with Rainy, I came back and sat down, and it all just poured out of me. From sonata to concerto, A true repartee between solo piano and a full orchestra of friends. My very first composition, fully complete. I've played it a few times from start to finish, and it's safe to say that I don't hate it at all. It captured everything I wish to put to music. I was hoping to, but do you think anyone would want to hear me play? I'm afraid I may have been something of a diva when I first arrived, but I did apologize to Hoove, Lux, and Hector. Then, here we go. I'll go get dressed.
And away we go! Time to see the show! Though hearing music without a screen seems a little obscene.
Ah, damn, Telly. No wild rhyming during the old school music. Remember what happened last time.
A concerto. I can't remember the last time I heard one of those. I hope this is better than those modern concerts that Bodhi used to put on.
Finally, I get to sit down for a bit and take in a performance.
I detest music, but I do like costumes.
I'm so happy to be parked in my very own corner. The best seat in the house.
Keys is dressed in a floor-length gown that makes her look even more elegant and grand than she already does. She is absolutely stunning. Rainey enters just after her, dressed in a charming tuxedo.
Here you go, honey. I've brought my finest duds and my highest quality speakers to capture all those dynamics you classical musicians want to hear.
Thank you, friends, for everything. Excellent. So am I. Rainey.
On me. And...
Keys and Rainey begin to play, each in beautiful harmony with the other. You sit back to take in the waves of music. You listen as long as you like, allowing the music to wash over you and transport you into Keys' fantastic world.
Thank you for letting me sing at last. How was that? From start to finish. I couldn't have done it without you. You made me feel at home. Or rather, you gave me a home. I don't know if you noticed, but I made some changes to the narrative. Piana ends up staying in the mortal realm with the magician. You were the inspiration for the magician, by the way. Oh, you. Did you like what I did with Piana and the magician's relationship? And what about the real Piana and her magician? Do they make a great match? I think I want to write a lot more pieces about them. Wrong medium, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Maybe we can even play it together. My love.
My, your fantastic red shirt. The crimson of a burning sunset. I love it! Together. Well, that would be quite a thing. That would be the joy of my eternity. But there are conditions. There always have been, I suppose. But at long last I can name them. I will no longer watch silently while the love I pour into him is siphoned off in dalliances with bare-chested lollygaggers. I must have his eyes on mine with a recognition of the past. He must say that he is sorry. I'm almost embarrassed by the simplicity of my request. Until that comes, I will not move 1 inch. Oh? I cannot breathe. And you, Do you think I should go? We are. We always have been. I cannot thank you enough. What selflessness, what dedication, not just to a friendship, but to the higher meaning of love. You truly are precious to me.
I'm gonna save just in case I screw up.
Yes? Oh, you caught me at a time when I was, sitting here like a lump. A big QB lump. You what? Oh, of course you did. He was probably just draped all over the floor, dripping emotions. He's an obvious one to ask if you're trying to accomplish something. I know! It's exhausting! It was exhausting anyway. He hasn't exhausted me in years. Oh, I just don't think I can go into it. Heavy emotion is such a burden to an effervescent spirit. Oh, chatting is just so tantalizingly close to real talk. Why don't I just divulge, I don't like to tell this story. I don't know that I ever have, really. Washi called it the pale betrayal. Oh, sweet dry as sheet. Never tell him I used that name in front of you. I wasn't even allowed to use it in a public place. He'd purse his lips if I did. It's unmistakable. But I did it anyway. I loved his lips. So you've noticed them too. I thought I recognized a fellow addict. Lips anonymous, eh? And as taken as I've always been by them. Wasn't. There's a young hormone around here named Dirk. Perhaps you've brushed up against him at some point. You? My, you have more verve than I thought. Points! In any event, he has this habit of taking off his clothes. He wanders around, nearly nude, unbothered by the temperature changes he engenders in others. Permanent press, darling. He used to do it so often that Washford and I took to using his clothes as part of our act. We would flip them and wring them and fold them whilst he was flipping and folding and wringing me. It was, my God, it was spectacular. I was spectacular. That, after years of doing this act with Washford, it began to grind on me. Washford can be very difficult, and one being can only take so much from another before the pressure has to be released. The heat has to go somewhere. Well, we were in the middle of our act. We were using Dirk's red jeans and one of his chest-smushing polos, and Dirk was just lying there like he used to, dirty and shirtless, and I had this brilliant idea of including him in the performance. No, I did not, all right? We were in the middle of our performance. You think nature asks an opinion in the middle of creation? Dirk didn't have to do anything. I just struck up conversation. It was this sexy, witty, improvisatory repartee. He just kept saying the nicest things to me about our act and my costume and how much he liked the musculature of my shoulders. So I kept him talking and I refused to give him his clothes back. Oh, innocent. You should have seen him glisten all naked. You wouldn't have given his clothes back either. I mean, I would have eventually, yes, but that was the genius bit. I just kept our act going. The last part of the choreography was always Washford passing the clothes to me, and then me spinning them around and around, faster and faster, building up all this tremendous heat, this anticipation, this breathlessness, and at last second, whipping them all out into the audience and letting the audience catch them all hot and billowy. So I just kept talking to Dirk. Washford was supposed to keep holding me in the clothes while Dirk got more and more colourful, and I laughed, and the audience laughed and screamed, and it was, my God, it was poetry! I know, don't you think I know? In retrospect, yes, of course it was wrong. Yes, the clothes stayed a little wet. They mildewed the tiniest bit. They made Washford sick. He said he had a cough. And afterwards he called it the pale betrayal. What a nonsense, dramatic exaggeration of the only good idea this act has seen in decades. Oh, can you point to any? Yes, marvelously original. Yes. I suppose so. I was barely flirting. I would hardly qualify it like that. Dirk was just being nice. Washford was always so damn sensitive. It wasn't really flirting. He was being complimentary, and I was playing along. If that's flirting, then I need practice. I was performing. I was making our act better in the process. So, what's the harm? Yes. Yes. I loved him. I am. Dirk was just being so nice to me. No, not nicer. Of course not. Just Washford can be so mysterious. You know, he can be very difficult to read. Sometimes I didn't know where I stood with him or how he felt. It was just nice for once to be talking to someone whose every other word was how wonderful I am. Dirk told me I had inspirational extension. And I do! You haven't seen it, but I'm basically one of those nesting ladders. Points. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I just needed to know that Washford loved me. I just needed him to say it, I suppose. That's all. Maybe. It's an interest. I'm still hurt, but also I'm over it, and I don't care. And I don't really miss my former friend. I mean, I do miss him. Desperately. But I'm not that easy. I mean, I don't want to be. I would so much rather be suave. Genuinely suave. I've always wanted to be more mysterious than I am. You sound like Washford. How do you know he even wants to be with me again? Oh, no. Nothing. I just haven't cried in years. Call his name for me, would you? Call for Washford. Call his name! Again! I fear I shall never speak to him again. Oh, right. Washford? Hello? Oh, Washford, hear my cry. Fine. Pushy today, aren't we? Washford!
He scoffs, hurt evident in his eyes.
See? Nothing. Nothing at...
Hello, Drysdale.
You've never seen Drysdale so lost for words. He looks positively taken aback.
Hello? I didn't think you'd come.
I know. I didn't think I would either, truthfully. With so much water bearing up under our bridge, I thought the fire between us would long since have been drowned. When I heard your voice...
My voice?
I couldn't resist.
Oh, my darling. You never could resist my calling to you, could you?
My being sings to the thunder of your merest whisper, my love.
Oh, hush, you flirt. Never hush. Flirt with me. Forever. You want to be included? Swept into this gorgeous maelstrom and carried along on the unknown tide?
You sound like me, my love.
So I do. Oh, God. Is that a good thing?
I thought my heart could get no fuller. But the promise of another bright and loving companion on our voyage, glorious potential realized.
Oh, Washi, you've become so free-spirited. Of course you're welcome, Cherub. We wouldn't have it any other way. Ha! And don't worry, I'll devise some sort of training regime to get you up to snuff so you can keep up.
Drydy, let's not try to frighten the poor initiate.
Today, we will be playing a popular and complicated game. This is a game in the Eurogame tradition, one of resource allocation, worker, placement, and cooperation between players. It's based on the 20th century dairy wars between England, France, and Belgium, called Cream Capitalist. We will both attempt to outproduce the cream that the other is attempting to make. Would you like to hear the rules? You're lost. How will you ever know whether your cream skimmers are operating at peak efficiency? I'll play as Belgium, which has a +3 bonus to currency exchange, which means you can be either England or France. Which will you choose? Ha! That's definitely a bad move. In the Cream Capitalist Championships, England is well known to be at a disadvantage because of the cow wandering exploit. Think of the exploit! Begin!
Parker distributes the pieces, a 10-minute process. You receive 5 cards with various types of cream-making machinery on them, 6 bulk cooling tank pieces, 24 cream maker worker pieces, a pasteurization token, and 8 or 9 things you can only describe as shapes. Though the rules are intricate, they are no match for your intellect and resource-mongering capabilities.
I'll go first so you can see how a turn usually goes. It consists of 5 phases.
Parker does a mathematical dance between placing workers, spawning new factories, and gathering new resources to then place again.
Geez, what is this, Monopoly mixed with Risk?
Chits and chips fly through his fingers, and it serves to remind you just how well made the pieces really are.
That's my turn. I'm prioritizing fermentation technology, the last step in the cream-making process. Now you go.
You plug your resources into the slots to unlock fancier cream skimmer centrifuges. Soon, you'll be able to make cream faster than Parker.
That's all right. I have more than enough workers for the fermentation process, which you will suffer from.
The turn goes back to Parker, who spends 10 more minutes going through the 5 phases.
I've invested in new technologies. Once my factories are complete, my process will be airtight. Making cream will be a dream.
Your factories, while resource poor, can now skim at a greater rate than Parker's.
What? But I put all my resources into Very well.
You and Parker seem to be neck and neck in cream production and milk gathering. You've made it to the solstice season, where your respective countries' production will finally be scored. At turn 14, you see a critical opening.
Going all in on the final turn. The race is on.
And in the final turn, you ended up with 96 creamery points to Parker's 94.
Well done! You win! I can't outdo the Milkmaster. I will see you next time for our relationships. Ultimate dice roll.
Now, I am not going to make the same mistake I made with Parker on my first, on my all love ending run. Saving beforehand as well. Even if you do everything right, there is still a small chance that he will still roll hate.
We've had so many adventures together, so many fun games. Now, I'm so excited to find out my feelings for you. Are you ready to begin the process? Oh, we need my good friend Chance for this.
I can't believe you're doing this, dude.
I'm Matt Mercer.
This is a terrible way to find out your relationships. It should be done through careful, well-thought-out story beats, excellent lore, and a good sense of closure.
I love my dice. I need it. It's part of the rules of my love.
Fine. Here they are, your relationship dice.
They're beautiful, Chance.
Yep. Okay, so I'm supposed to weight them depending on how you played your games together?
Yes. The human gets extra love points for beating me, and extra hate points for cheating me. I know you're one of the good ones. But even so, there's always the possibility I could still hate you in the end. Roll it, Chance! Roll for our eternal ending together!
Sure, dude. I've got the dice all done up like you wanted.
He holds out the dice to you, presenting them just before your big roll.
Okay, these odds are looking real good for love. It's your friends!
Friend? Wow, and you...
I don't feel anything.
Oh, come...
I'm...
But that because now...
Yeah, like I said, it's still random. Just now reload and retry. Hopefully you get love.
Are you ready to begin? Oh, we need... Oh. Yes, the human and extra hate points for... I know, you're one of the... But even...
Sure.
He holds out...
Okay, it's your friend!
Wow, and you should...
I don't feel any...
Oh, but that because now... I love playing with myself. I love it. Are you ready to begin? Oh, we need... There. Okay, the human and extra hate points for... I know, you're one of... But even...
Sure.
He holds out...
Okay.
Love! I love you.
Only on a third try. Nice.
Oh, wow. the best, Chance. Thank you so much.
Sure, dude. Whatever.
I wish I knew how I felt about him, but he never lets me roll for our relationship.
I'm so sorry, Matito. I know how much Davy means to you.
Thanks, Betty. And you're sure you haven't seen him in the bedroom anywhere lately? Maybe he fell behind the nightstand, or got stuck in the closet, or something.
I can check again, but I haven't seen him since I caught him hiding my pillows last week.
Well, it's just because he likes you so much.
Oh, is that all? I'll remember that for next time.
There is going to be a next time, right?
Of course there is, sweetheart. In the meantime, I'll ask around the bedroom and let you know if I hear anything.
You're the best. No, unfortunately. What about you? Were you able to check out the bathroom? Any sign of Davy? That's one of Davy's threads! A python! Look at you! What a beauty! Leave it to Davy to be wandering around, just making friends this whole time. Welcome to the rescue, little guy. What should we call you, What do you think? Well, it would have to be, wouldn't it? For such a cute little python. How about Clover? Well, if the thread was still there, Davy couldn't have been there that long ago, right? Oh, this is great. We should focus on the rooms downstairs. One of the responses to the Facebook post was from Telly. Apparently, Davy got caught up in Connie's cords not long after Hoove saw him in the laundry room. Telly said that they lost track of him, but they're still untangling things, so he could be stuck back there somewhere. Can you go check it out? Finally, some good news. Hang on, Davy. We're coming, buddy. Come on now, Clover.
Actually, we're gonna call this stream here. I'm getting tired. We'll visit in some other time, but let's see. If you want to join me later, I'll be playing Eliza P. Because, well, I know I'll be streaming on Wednesday, but there's a new game coming out tomorrow that I really want to get into, which will take up the Tuesday slot. But anyway, so that's that fault. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, so that's Mistydolphin. Sign off for now. Thank you. Good night.